When I saw Rewild on Kickstarter, I really couldn't take off my eyes from these beautiful components. Look at this nice screen painted tokens with those beautiful art and animals, a variety of different cards available. This was overwhelmingly pleasant. It's so good to see this beautiful art. I mean, look at this guy here. And so, unfortunately, I end up backing it. And now I have it here. And overall, I can tell you what I think about it. In Rewild, each player is giving an identical hand of 6 cards that will allow you to perform action. Every time during your turn, you will select one card and you place it face up. The only top part of the card will be the one that you use for your action. Otherwise, if you don't want to transform 3 minerals into water into a rainforest, you can rotate the card and you will get 3 seeds, plus you will discard one card of the herbivore from the river. And you will keep doing this, playing card after card, but at some point you will be left with only one card, or perhaps you want to do it before that, and you will play that card, withdraw every card that you played it before, getting some seeds and water, and everything will start again. More or less other games like Mission Red Planet or Concordia, The Last Light more recently, many of these games incorporate these mechanics. And I'm telling you, this is definitely one of the hook. I really like this mechanic of efficiency puzzle. Okay, I'm gonna take these resources and then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take a new tile to display on the board. Oh, I really want to redo the action before, but should I recall it? The recall card is cool, give you seeds, but doesn't allow you to gather new cards with new animals, which is the meat of this game. And so that is the puzzle that really intrigues me the most in this kind of games. When to play the recall card to restart your engine. The action depicted in each card is pretty straightforward. Use some resource to get a tile, or other resources to get another type of tiles. And then you have pick one of these tiles and convert it with water into something else. Yes, the iconography is a little bit awkward that this is upside down. After getting your resources or placing some tile, you always have the option to gather one of these cards or multiple of these cards. You can get any of these herbivore as long as you have space on your biome, and then you can also track to one predator if you have the corresponding prey that will feed them. And you can also get one plant that is always good. Oh, be careful. This little guy is going to eat your insect. And so, for example, I may play this card, which allows me to convert 2 minerals and 2 waters to get a grassland. Can I place over here? But placing here is so satisfying because I cover a star, which will give me points. And also, I place this tile between this tile here and this one, which also gives me a discount on placing the tile over here. And now I create this new habitat. I get back my discount resources. That's fantastic. But the most coolest part is gathering these cards. This is an action that you can do all the time after you play the cards, except if you recall all your cards that you played it before. Okay, what can I get? Oh, definitely I want this super funny capybara. This has to be my collection. And then what else can I accommodate? Oh, let's get this hide beetle. Why not? What else? Oh, I have room in my biome for a red postman. Can I get some predators? Oh, I may get the caiman, but you will eat my capybara, and I want the capybara for some extra scoring conditions. What else can I accommodate? Oh, well, I can definitely get this guy here. This nice little plant will eat my hide beetle. And so I will gather this card and place it beside my biome. So now I'm ready to place my new card. You see this capybara is ready to be placed. What I need to place this capybara is 3 available spots in this grassland or in the rainforest. But look at this. This is a special capybara. If placed beside 4 grassland like this, it will give me extra victory points. So definitely I want to place it over here. So I'm going to place it in the correct habitat. It's going to be over there. So because the capybara requires 3 spaces, I'm going to place three paw token to indicate that capybara is leaving the area. And because I met the condition to place this animal in a biome with this grassland or wetland, I can place this special token between the tiles, allow me to score extra victory points. And we know victory points are what you want in every board game. So now I want to place my hide beetle and I'm going to place it in the grassland. Look at that. It gives me some immediate bonus, 3 points per paw present on my board. So I'm going to place this, going to place the paw, and I'm going to count them, and those will give me the immediate victory points. But on top of that, I also got this carnivore plant, which will give me also immediate points for eating an insect, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get extra 5 victory points. And finally, I have my red postman, and which will give me at the end of the game 3 victory points for each symbol plant that you're gonna see. And these symbols can come from any type of cards. You can maybe find it over here. You can find on the boards, but also you can find on the cards that you play. That's the important part also when you rotate the cards, the type of symbols that they're gonna be available to you and be seen to score extra points throughout the game. There are lots of tokens for this animal. I confess, this is what's really what attracted me to the game. The art is absolutely gorgeous. And there's some other interesting twist. Sometimes you can attract, for example, a bold urukai, which requires only one space in the rainforest. In this case, what you're going to do, you're going to take the corresponding token rather than a paw, and you're going to place it right over there to remind you that if you upgrade your rainforest with a tree, you can take your urukai and place on top of that. This is not only very beautiful to see at the table, but most importantly, it gives you a space to place another animal token over there. One of the goals of the game is to have a complete food chain in your biome. So you won't have plants, you want to have an insect, you want to have herbivores, and you want to have predators in the same habitat. If you do that, you can take one of your token and score 6 victory points. The game continues as soon as a player has 8 animals in there displayed without counting the animals underneath plants or predators or other things of that sort. And then you take an extra turn. And at the end, you start counting all your victory points that can come from the cards, that can come from what you have gathered throughout the games. And who has the most points is the winner. As you can see, this is not a complicated game. You have some cards that will allow you either to gather resources or to use those resources to gather tiles and create the perfect habitat for the animals to come in. And then you have an abundant choice of animals that you can gather. Really, every time I get the time to take animals, I really, oh, what do I want to get? Which one I like the most? Honestly, I sometimes are just so overwhelmed by the beautiful art that I not even pay attention to how these animals score, which I should. Maybe that's why I don't score that high throughout the game. And then you have your own board, you put the paws, you put your animals tokens over there, and then you look what you did. And honestly, it looks nice, but I was hoping to have more. Like seriously, you saw what I show you in this video, and this is more or less how your board is gonna look at the end of the game. Maybe you're gonna have a little bit more paws, but you're not gonna have that many tokens animals, which I feel like is the hook of this game. You're not gonna have that many on your board. Maybe it's me that I'm not that good at picking up, but definitely you can win very strongly without any of those special tokens. And the choices that you have to make are fine. You know, you can have your own strategy. I'm gonna go heavy on this. I'm gonna try to have lots of high trees and such. But the reality is that you are at the mercy of the river that you find in each given opportunity. There's not a way to refresh the river. There's not a way to mitigate that. If you have a nice river, fantastic. If you unfortunately have only one animal, well, so be it. That's what you're going to suffer. The idea of capturing predators, which I feel very fascinating, is actually very tempting throughout the game because you have a very nice points that you score throughout the game, but actually herbivores gives you lots of points at the end of the game. So mitigate understanding how much to take is not that easy, especially on the first play, and rewards the repetitive multiple plays. it feels less satisfying if you know you can grab a predator, but you have such a good herbivore that needs to be left out. I feel like you have option to gather all these cards, and the fact that you need to give up, especially at the very beginning of the game, because you get such a good card for scoring, it feels like a missed opportunity to create something else. I'm not saying it's bad. I feel like I would like to have more. I would like to build more. I would like to not make such a simple decision at the end, and knowing that a predator will give me 6 points now. But if I leave this herbivore face up throughout the game, I know it's going to score me 18 points or maybe more if I'm lucky. So that's it. Overall, it's a game that has a very comfort feeling. This is a term that people mention it nowadays very often. It is pleasant. It's a good looking game. The cards are amazing. Perhaps I'm focusing my attention on the tokens, on the beautiful tokens more than the cards, because these cards are really incredible. But yet, the board like this, that probably this is a board that you're gonna have at the end of the game, it looks me a little bit dry. All this brown and this brown pose without actually animal tokens. I don't know. They let me a little bit down. Playing the cards and select the sequence of your action, it's cool, but it doesn't feel that strategic. In games like Mission Red Planet, Concordia, I feel like I have a nice puzzle to figure out, okay, I need to play this first and I need to play this one afterward. Oh man, but wait a second, maybe I want to do this. In this game, it's really, let me take a look at the animals. I need the green. Okay, I need the resources first. I need this one. Okay, I'm done. I retrieve my cards. There's not really a deck building, which I think is fine. That doesn't need to be there. But yet, there's not that angst and tension that I would like to have. So the general feeling here is really comfort and cozy, and enjoy this scenario. This is really the feeling that I have when I play it. Beautiful art, a nice scenery. Let's enjoy the night. We can talk when we play. We can have fun when touching all these cute animals and learn more about it. And by the way, the rule book is amazing. It really gives you the feeling and explains you why you do such things, why the tableau is built in this way, and all the hints in teaching you something new about the Rewild of South America. Overall, I was attracted by the look. I was intrigued by the card playing and by the possibility of create something gorgeous at the end of the game. But I was also searching for something crunchy and that make my brain work. Instead, I found a game yet beautiful, but not so interesting in terms of what you're creating, but what you are seeing here in the tableau, and definitely a more relaxing and a welcoming game than I was expecting, which is not a bad thing. I'm just saying what I went into this project, I was expecting a different material, especially consider the track record of this company making a more complex game. I was expecting something more meaty, but this is just me. This is my experience with the project and with the game. Honestly, it's a pleasant game. I have good time. It's super easy to teach. This is something that definitely a plus for me, but as a high price tag. So let's see. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna keep introducing to people and see if the price justify the type of experience that I get, the type of interaction with people that I'm gonna get. And here you have it, a brief overview of Rewild South America, a tile placement game, actual selection, very familiar mechanics. There's nothing really new to this game beside the introducing this tree and place something on the top of the. Again, I think I have the feeling that I've seen it before. Beautiful art, and I hope this is a game that throughout the next months and years will stand the test of time. And gonna have a good time with it. And if you made it that far, I want to thank you. Please don't forget to like, share with your friends, subscribe. You know the drill. This is not your first YouTube video, am I right? Thank you very much and see you next time. Ciao.